Hey, what is going on you guys? It's Epic here and welcome back to another episode of Borderlands Breaking News. Borderlands 4 is at BiliBili World as I mentioned the other day, and naturally we've got some very exciting info that has come out of it, so let's go over it today. It would appear that AMON's action skills, or at least some of them, have been revealed via a stream on BiliBili. For those of you that are unaware, BiliBili is their version of Twitch or YouTube, or kind of a combination of both in China. And on a recent stream, some eagle-eyed viewers did get some screenshots of AMON's action skills. Now, first and foremost, I want to give a huge shout out to user Nivman1410 on Reddit and also Amit Kilo for getting these screenshots. And I will preface this before we go forward by saying that these have been translated from Chinese, so the translations aren't going to be fully accurate, because there are just some words that they don't really use in China, if that makes sense. So when you translate Chinese to English, some stuff gets lost in that translation. But with that being said, let's get right into it, and don't forget to sub to the channel for more Borderlands breaking news. We are going to start off with AMON's whip skill. It says whipping, which is obviously not going to be the skill name, but it says AMON will equip the Forge quality card to absorb all frontal damage and convert it into Vengeance Fire. When the Vengeance Fire Festival is full, the Forge quality card will provide damage reduction. If Vengeance Fire is not obtained within a period of time, it will be quickly consumed. And it says press to fire a wave of fire, dealing freezing damage to enemies it passes through, consuming damage from the Revengeful Rage boost. Now, there's a few things to go over here that is very important. First of all, it would seem that when it says Vengeance Fire Festival is full, that's most likely referring to an action skill charge or some kind of rechargeable thing. I don't think that's going to be like a unique skill name. And also what's interesting is it says the Forge quality card, but I think it's actually talking about another one of AMON's action skills, which is his shield. And what's also important to point out is that this skill seemingly does cryo damage, which is very, very interesting. I did not think it was going to deal cryo. Now moving on, we have what appears to be an augment here, and this one says Fiery Rebuke. It says Forged Waves is now Fiery Rebuke. Consume all vengeance and throw the Forge shield at a target enemy, dealing incendiary damage that ricochets upon impact. It says Fiery Rebuke will ricochet additionally based on the vengeance consumed. This sounds really, really good, because it sounds exactly like Athena's shield from Borderlands the pre-sequel, so we're basically getting the Aspis back. And yeah, I might have to play AMON now. I'm a really big Athena fan. By far one of the best characters in Borderlands the pre-sequel. I don't see how I couldn't play him after this. Maybe Harlow will change my mind, but this sounds unbelievably cool. Moving on with more action skills though, we have Harsh Furnace. It says AMON will be equipped with a Forge Axe, which can be thrown and picked up from the ground to return the cooldown time. And as we already know, you get a choice between which one you want to throw when you cast it. You can either cast a Burning Axe or a Freezing Axe. And what's interesting, it also says that enemies killed that have been hit by the axe will explode, causing damage to nearby enemies, which sounds really, really powerful, actually, like really powerful. The next action skill is Onslaught, and it says AMON overloads his Forged Iron Fist, gaining continuous shield regen, bonus fire burn damage, and increased movement speed. And you can press F to launch the Rocket Fist, dashing forward to the target enemy and dealing burning melee damage in a close range cone, staggering the enemy. But it does say that boss enemies can't be knocked down, but mini bosses have a chance to be knocked down. I don't know how good this one is going to be in the grand scheme of things. It just doesn't seem like it's all that worth it compared to what else we've read, but until we get hands on, we really just don't know for sure. But that is all of the action skill images that I have to show off for now. There are, however, other minor skills, so if you want to check those out, I'm going to leave a link in the description if you want to go and read all of those. I'll leave a direct link to the Reddit post so you can go and show your love to the people who found it. But overall, I think AMON sounds extremely good, and I think it's going to be my day one pick for Borderlands 4, unless Harlow is revealed to just be unbelievably cool. But I don't see myself playing Harlow at launch. I really think I am going to choose AMON. And going by my history of luck with choices, I picked Zane at the start of Borderlands 3, and then I picked the Clawbringer in Wonderlands, and both of them turned out to be really bad at launch, and Clawbringer was just outright bad until the end of Wonderlands, right? I would advise you don't pick AMON if you potentially want to do any damage in Borderlands 4, just in case I end up jinxing it and he ends up being worse than he has to be. And just to end off this breaking news video, I also have some screenshots to share with you guys from the actual event itself. So here you go. There is a ton of images from the BiliBili World that I have compiled here to show you, and they are very neat looking. What's interesting to note about BiliBili World that a lot of people just aren't picking up on, I know a few people are like, why would they take Borderlands 4 to China? Let me just explain that. This event sold out in under a minute reportedly, and there was over 8 million people watching the stream of it just last night. So that's a lot of eyes on Borderlands 4. Really does make sense why they would want it there. And on top of that, I was frequently checking throughout the day to see how the booth was doing, and there was a constant queue for the Borderlands 4 booth all day long, just as there was with every other booth in the convention. So for those of you that don't know, BiliBili World is basically their version of Comic-Con. It is massive and it's in the heart of China. But that's going to do it for today's video. That's about all I have to share with you guys. Of course, we're probably going to have another breaking news video coming soon with even more details, because my prediction is that now Gearbox have shown off AMON indirectly. I know this probably was not intended at all. We will probably get an official reveal a lot sooner than later. They will probably adapt to this now and now drop the actual character trailer or overview or whatever it may be. So of course we will be covering that on the channel when that does get revealed. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. A big shout out to the people who found this out, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me your thoughts on AMON in the comment section down below, and until the next one, I will be sure to check you all later.